Hi guys. Uh-oh. I gotta shift my light. Hold on. I gotta shift. I forgot the light moves. This is not gonna work. What do I wanna do? I don't know what I wanna do. Hey everybody. How you guys doing? Oh, that looks so crazy. Oh, I forgot the light is shifted. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be a little bit dark. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone. Let me think about it for a minute. If the light is back there, anyway. I'm tempted to just start the whole stream over. You know what? What should we do? Okay, no, okay, it's here. Oh, I can't live with this. Wait a minute, guys. I know this is so vain. I'm not trying to show my whole kitchen, but that better? No. Yes. No. That's better. There it is. Okay, or something like that. I don't know. Good morning. I don't know if this we're shifting. Is this going to be like a indicator of what the day is going to be like? I know that's right. Okay, you might have to shift. Okay, guys. Hello. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I did not see you guys last night. I am so sorry about that. So sorry. They said it's good. Okay, thank you, Sherry. So last night I did not see you guys, and I said I was going to stream, but then I just decided to take advantage of that beautiful energy for the full moon, the lunar eclipse, and relax because it's all the energy, the Taurus and Scorpio. It is all for me, especially with the placements that I have. It was about relaxation, and I even got a confirmation from that from one of the beautiful divine feminines. Hi, Debbykins, that sent me a card from the sacred Destiny deck, which I have out here this morning. So how are we going to do this? There's so many things that I want to say. I had a whole, hey, thank you, Divine Impressions. Thank you for that $2. I appreciate you. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for sewing. Okay, so actually let me shift a couple of things here, guys, so I can get my whole life together and not look to the side, but look more forward. There it is. So interesting. If I come closer, maybe that'll help. It is so crazy that the way the light is. And I love that though. Isn't that pretty sunlight behind me? Isn't that cute? I like it. We'll use it. All right. All you need to really hear is my voice, which is probably what is an indicator. Thank you, Laura, for the 5. Thank you. You guys, thank you for your sewing. I'm gonna just do a blanket thank you for everybody that's about to drop some love into that super chat. I'm gonna thank you right now, and I'm gonna give you this message so y'all can live your life, live your lives, and we'll get this live going. So it's Friday. We have a full moon, and so the moon is it's at its fullest. I got to tell you, really a sweet little thing that happened. I decided not to set an alarm on the East Coast. It was about 3:57 a.m. Between 3:57 a.m. and 5 a.m. on the East Coast where I am is when the moon could be seen at its greatest, right? And so it is fullest, I guess what you say, that see the eclipse with your naked eye. And since I was resting and relaxing last night, I said to my spirit guides, I said, if y'all wake me up, I'll be up to see it, but other than that, I'll just go ahead and sleep all the way through. You just, let's play it by ear. Let's figure out, we'll see what we do. Right. And so at literally 3:58 a.m., was it 3:58 or was it 5? I'm sorry. No, 4:58 a.m. because it was 5 o'clock when I came back to my bedroom. But because that was the 5 o'clock was like the ending of that window, if I'm correct. I thought that's what I read. But either way, 4:58 a.m., it's like my eyes opened, just opened. And for a second, for like 1 minute, because I know I was downstairs looking at the moon by 4:59, I remember thinking to myself, I don't have to go see it. I mean, it rained here. It might still be raining. So, it's probably cloudy because I couldn't see the moon at all yesterday evening because we were having rain in our area. So anyway, it was so cool because I looked at my little, what do you call it? The radar thing, and it said it was perfectly clear. So I jump up, I go downstairs and I go outside, and the moon is like right there at my front door. Usually when I'm on my deck, it's like right through my trees, but at the front of my house, because the moon shifts throughout the night because, it's rotating, right? The earth's rotating. But it was like I opened the door and I look up and it's like the moon was like, "Hey, girl, hey!" You know what I mean? And so I was like, "Ah!" It was such a special, special moment. And because Josh was like, "What are you doing?" He was like, he got up too, and I said, "You got to come see this." And I mean, to see that eclipse, to see it with my own eyes, I had to stand there and marvel for a moment. And then I thanked La Luna. I thanked the moon for her beauty and her power, and I thanked her for the changes of seasons. I thanked her, and just divine feminine energy. I began to like kind of feel like rare, you know what I mean? Seeing that rare. It was just, I just love it when I look around at creation and I feel big yet small. I don't know how else to say that to you, but you know what I mean? I feel small in the grand scheme of things, but I know I play an important role in things happening. You know what I mean? So anyway, the world is your playground, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. That was the first thing I wanted to say about the moon. So I hope you were able to catch that eclipse and see what I'm talking about. It was amazingly beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. I love each and every one of you. I am the Divine Maverick, also known as the Mother of Twins, helping you along this twin flame journey. If this is your first time watching, buckle up your seatbelt. It's going to be a wonderful message for you. I have cards in front of me. I hope I get to them. Like I said, I stress, I hope I get to them. I just want to talk to you a little bit. I had a message, like I said, I earlier started to say, I had a message and and I got on the phone. That's because that's what I do. Not all the time, but a lot of the times. But I knew I needed to make this phone call to this beautiful soul, and we got talking about something else, and then my whole everything that I was going to speak about today shifted, which is a good thing. It's not even a bad thing. It's a good thing, and so. And that's kind of indicative of what I'm going to share with you today, because the winds of change in your life are blowing. This eclipse energy is bringing in some things for you to release, things that don't work anymore, things that don't fit, not putting the round peg into the square hole anymore, not over explaining, you're overextending, no more of that. You're literally being pushed in different directions, and these are good directions. This is about growth. It's about expansion. This is about seeing, like I said, how vast the universe is and how crucial it is for your piece to be made manifest in the earth. Okay. So again, welcome everyone. I'll start the story off with you because I love a demonstration of what I'm going to speak. The two cards, I pulled two cards before we came. Now, where are those cards? Oh, from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, which is mwah. But I want to tell you, last night I had to go to a play with my son. That's why I wasn't with you guys last night. He was in a with the theater at his school, at his high school, and it was a radio show, and it was quite entertaining. Somebody like me, it doesn't take much, and it was even more entertaining with those kids talking through the mask. So, but anyway, the play, it was an Alfred Hitchcock play, of course, radio show, but it was harken back to the old days. And the reason why I'm talking to you about this today is because I saw something last night, and if he weren't my child, I would still be like, what a great kid. So hear me as I'm talking, because this is for everybody. All right, but I saw something that was so cool with my child last night. My son, Merrick just corrected me. Your son, he's a child, but he's your son. Say son. Okay, fine. But Merrick is my spirit guide's new people. But anyway, one of my spirit guides. But anyway, there were at least about 30 kids and more than that involved in production, but on the stage, because there were 3 stories being told, and then every story has characters, right? Characters to move the story along. And my son, his part was at the very end. He was the 3rd story. What was interesting is for a moment, because the kids didn't have costumes. If you're familiar with what a radio show is back in the 50s, look that up. It's quite amazing. If you get a chance, you can look on YouTube and listen to a radio show. Before there was television, there was radio, and you had to. They had what they call voice actors, and so you had actors that would do different voices, and they would have musicians in there, live musicians in the studio, and recording this thing. They had what they call Foley, Foley artists that would make the sounds that you hear, like the cup. If you're drinking, somebody put the cup down. Somebody would walk. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's very interesting. So do some research on the production of a radio show. But the thing that makes what I like about radio shows is that it inspires your imagination, because you can't see anything, you can only listen, and based on your experience base or your knowledge base, on what's happening or what you're hearing, that it's different for everybody. Everybody's experiencing hearing the same, oh shama, everybody's hearing the same thing, but they're experiencing it differently in their senses. Okay, I'm already in the message. So my point is, if you get a chance, listen to a radio show. You can find it on YouTube. One in particular is The Whistler, The Whistler. And I know it's on here because my son did. That's how he prepared for his part, to kind of get in the energy of what a radio show is, and. So anyway, but listen to that and just lay on your bed or something, or do something. Well, be still, or whatever. Or if you move around, fine. But I'm just saying, listen to it, and then and use a whole nother kind of sense your hearing, because a lot of times we hear through our eyes, especially with social media. We look at people talk, like you're watching me talk right now. Those of you who are watching me, you're like looking at me, and you're looking at me. You hear me, but you're kind of looking at my hands moving, everything. But if you didn't have that, if I was on a black screen, you would just simply be hearing my voice, and your imagination would have an opportunity to run wild. Well, that's what this message is about today. The world is your playground, okay? And give your clairaudience or your ears an opportunity to grow, to expand, by you taking away the sense, the eyes, the sight, and just you letting your ears and your imagination, or your mind's eye, third eye, come on, work. Okay, so I'm encouraging y'all to do that. That would be so good. So anyway, I'm at this play last night, and these kids are amazing. They are amazing because, remember, they're dressed in black with the school t-shirt on. So there's no costumes, there's no set. They're just standing in front of microphones, and all you have is your visual. Because after a while, I noticed that many people stopped looking at the kids. They stopped looking at they just started to look down, and they started to listen. Some people even pulled out their phones, and was like they were watching TV, but not looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Because they began to, it's like you tune into your ears. And so after a while, like everything just begins to fade away, and you're following the story. Now I'm in the message. I'm already in the message. You're following the story. So when you're talking about your ear gate, when spirit speaks, when you're dealing with your ancestors or your ascended masters, or your celestial beings that move you along, many times you don't really see anything yet. They begin to speak. You begin to get these impressions or these voices, right? Even if it's your own voice, and then it's your mind that takes that input, if you will, that message that you just heard, like prosperity. Because if I said to you right now, prosperity is on the way to you, what everybody would have a different version of that. Somebody might see a big house. Somebody might see an apartment that's their own. Somebody might see a car. Somebody might see a fleet of trucks, because that's their dream to get their money in. They want to do mass transit or something, or transportation. I'm sorry. If I say prosperity, somebody might see a pregnant belly, because they consider having a large family or being fertile, literally fertile, prosperity. That makes me wealthy. And in some cultures, a woman that can bear children is highly valuable. Maybe still now, but back in the day, definitely. You know what I mean? So again, I say, based on the message you hear and how you receive that message, your mind will begin or your spirit will begin to show you open visions or visions. And then it's up to you to believe what you've seen. Now, you get engrossed in the story. That's what I got engrossed in the story last night. I became engrossed in the story last night because it was suspenseful. Okay. And when you're talking about the world being your playground, a lot of times you're not going to know the next step to take. More times than not, you're not going to know the next step to take, but take it anyway, because as that radio show, there is a means to an end. You know that there's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end. The one thing you can always count on is there will be a beginning, the start of something, the genesis. There will be the middle, and then there will be the end, or what we would like to call the culmination. And right now, we are at the end of a cycle. We're at the end of a 30-day, 28-day, 31-day. It depends. But the moon cycles that we're on, we're at the end of this moon cycle right now. Rabba Sandaba. And so as the moon begins to wane, then we have what we call like a void. We have a quiet time. All right. And it's because it's getting ready to build up to something else. There's going to be a new beginning, new moon. So again, moon cycles. And what does that have to do with the radio show? Well, as you go along with the story and including the story of your life, then you know there's a beginning, there's a middle, and then there's an end. And you have to know based on the what? Actions that's going on, based on the plot of the story, based on the way things are unfolding, you kind of sort of know what should be or what will be happening next. I'm gonna pause right there. What y'all sipping? What y'all sipping? I'm gonna pause right there. I'm gonna pause. How y'all doing? Mm. Caribbean Queen said, "Oh my gosh, my phone just said install new hardware." Y'all all right? Y'all sipping water, cranberry juice, coffee. Hey T baby. Hey Tyrene. Coffee with French vanilla. Me too. Water. Ting. Hi Zia. Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew. Stacy. I ain't mad. Hi water. Eating fish and grits. I know that's right, Ebony. Okay. Okay. Green smoothie. Hi Sarah. Hey Barbara. Hey. How you doing, Barbara? Thank you for being here. Betty Haynes. Hi Betty. Betty always show me so much love. Sipping with a work ethic. Work ethic. Susan Z. I love it. All right. Y'all all right? Y'all tracking with the message so far? Okay. For when you really want to ascend, I'm gonna have to make that cup, that water, man. Good morning, Jacqueline. Okay, good. Divine Precious says we tracking. All right, so here we go. When I pause, I gotta get myself together. Okay, so last night when I went to the play, when I took my son because he had to be there a little earlier, to prep. It was cloudy, so I couldn't sit in the car and enjoy the moon because that's what I was going to do. But I was still meditating and everything. And so I was like, oh, bummer. Now I see how people feel when I'm on the stream. And I'm like, guys, did you see the moon? And then they're like, oh, it's cloudy here. Oh, it's raining here. I didn't see it. And I'm like, ooh, what that must feel like. So I felt that last night. But anyway, but I noticed that when we came out about 2 hours later, after the play was over, it was windy. And when I tell you the weather totally changed, it was like 75 degrees here on the East Coast yesterday. It's crazy. And by the time we finished, it was like 40 and whipping wind, and rain. So I was like, look at that sudden change, because that's what it felt like. I didn't have a umbrella, didn't need one. Look at me. I don't, you can look at me and tell I don't carry an umbrella. Ever and not never. And I also didn't have anything. I didn't have anything except the shirt I had on. So normally I'll keep a shawl if I'm chilly, if I know it's going to be chilly. But I didn't have anything, so I was caught unprepared. And that's what I mean by that sudden energy that comes in with eclipse energy, because you might feel like you're caught unprepared, but you really are prepared. Okay, because remember I just said to y'all, I don't carry an umbrella because I don't need to. You can look at me and tell that I like the free look. I do. I like it. Okay. And it's plus it's too cumbersome for me. I'd rather trot or run or whatever, or just cover my head. I always have something I can use. And as big as the purses I carry, I can just put that over my head like a canopy if I absolutely had to. But my point is the winds of change are blowing. And that's why I was so tickled when I went to the mystical shaman deck and the wind card came out, as well as Middle Earth. Middle Earth, in a nutshell, is what's happening in the present. Middle Earth is what you're creating right now. When you're in Middle Earth, think about that. There's a top, there's a middle, and there's a bottom, right? You know what I'm saying? The top is heaven, right? The middle is right here where we are. And underneath us is, there's the present, and underneath us is the earth, or us being grounded, okay? So you are the middle, baby. You are between heaven, you, and then earth, grounding yourself on the earth, okay? So whatever you're doing right here causes heaven and earth to come together. And that is what we call a beautiful, abundant life. When you get heaven and earth to sync up, based on what you are doing, what you are speaking, what you are feeling. And that is what we call paradise, baby. That's what we call joy. That's what we call happiness. That's what we call alignment. That's what we call peace. That's what we call abundance. When you get heaven and earth to agree, because you are the conduit, you are the vessel, you are the thing that brings heaven and earth together. It comes through you. You see that? Isn't that beautiful? And so the Middle Earth card comes out with the wind card, right? And so it's about winds of change. It's about blowing in something entirely different and blowing away things that you don't want. That's another sync, because yesterday, before my son had to go to become the actor and win an Oscar, he had to get that blower out and get those leaves out of the backyard for mama with her OCD. And so what was interesting is with the blower, the leaves are just blowing and blowing in a certain direction. And then suddenly a wind gust blew all the leaves back towards my son. So he had to start over again. Eshamandaroba. All I want to tell some of y'all is you were headed in a certain direction, and then all of a sudden you felt what was seemed to be opposition, and it blew everything that you had created, or so-called that you thought you created. It blew it back on you. But then all you did was regroup and go back. Rebasha. You might have taken 3 steps back. You might have taken 5 steps back. I don't know how many steps back you took, but all I know is you took some steps back. You recalibrated, you realigned, you reset yourself. You took a you reassessed, right? You took an assessment of where you were, and then you started blowing the leaves again. And then I just saw somebody do this. You licked your finger. Hey, shemendo rabahaya. You licked your finger, and then to check to see which direction the wind was blowing. Huh? What? Huh? What? You check to see which direction the wind was blowing. Okay. And those of you who understand about fall leaves that fall, especially if you have a blower and not a rake, because I'm of the blower school. I used to rake years ago, but now now I blow it, baby. I work smarter, not harder. Anyway, but you check to see which direction the wind is blowing, especially if it's kind of a bit of a windy day. You check and see, and then all you do is turn your back, and then you begin to what? Work with the wind. How many of y'all have done that before? You start to position yourself, and you say, okay, the wind is coming at my back. Let me turn this way, and then you let it work. Oh, Shema! Y'all stop playing with me today. Did y'all feel that portal just open up? I feel my help now. I feel my help. It took me 21 minutes, but I feel my help. Anyway, so he blew the leaves. And because I'm talking about the wind, all right? Because it wasn't windy when we started with the leaf project, but then the wind picked up. It came out of nowhere, and then once we started to acknowledge, man, it might be windy out here. It might continue to be windy. That's when it really started to become windy again. It was so crazy, right? But watch this. When you recognize that there might be opposition, when you recognize that the winds of change are trying to blow you in a certain direction, once you acknowledge and recognize that, then learn how to go with the flow, then you stop all that resistance, and then you just be blown to your next place. All right. I love it. All right. Now let's talk about these cards. Let me give you these messages, and I'm gonna get out of here. I ain't gonna keep you long today. It's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday. Let's see. My comment about moon water. Always. Yes, time to fully surrender. They said this moon is a special moon. It is. Looking at the chat right quick, you guys. When you lost and turn me over. I'm sorry, that You Move, I Move song is in my head. Okay, so it says the symbol of wind. Let me show you the card. Oh, this is a nice picture. So the symbol of wind represents the element of air. We've had this card before, you guys. It rules communication, thought, song, and inspired ideas. It also signifies change, both with qualities both positive and negative. The wind blows from each of the 4 directions, and there are 4 different qualities bestowed by each. The south. When the wind blows from the south, that means it's carrying a new sense of trust, helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts of you that are no longer needed. When the wind is blowing from the west, it's calling you to more introspection, to a willingness to make a final decision or to let go of attachment and ego desires. When the wind is blowing from the north, it's about moving to bring you wisdom and strength. When it's blowing from the east, it's about carrying clarity of vision and purpose. Whichever way the wind is blowing for you, the message, which the wind whispers or shouts, is a challenge. It may take courage at first to turn and face the wind, but you will find exaltation in moving toward it and receiving its lessons. It also says when the spirit of the wind comes calling, it's a sign of change. Perhaps you need to change your mind about something. Perhaps an old way of doing things has become automatic. And now that you've gained greater clarity, you can make a new choice. Say Baba Haya. Regardless of what the change is, you can expect to be understood and have clear communication with others at this time. We already talked about that the other day. Ideas are solid, and the shift that is being called for is in the highest good of all. The winds of change are blowing because the world is your playground, baby. The world is your playground. What are you creating? I got to go back to my son's story as I get ready to read the next card, and then we'll do our intuition. I'm gonna get out of your hair. Thank you guys for being here. But the next card is the middle world card, and that's where the title comes from. The world is your playground, because it truly is. I'm a living witness. I'm not telling you something I read on a card. I'm telling you something I'm living. I love y'all. I'm living it. By the way, these cards are 63 and 36. I thought it was interesting when I was shuffling the wind, which fell on the floor. The wind card fell on the floor face down. And usually when cards fall on the floor, I'm like, nah, I'll look at them later, but I don't use them. But I really felt compelled to pick this card up. And so I was tickled pink when I saw 63 because I already was holding card 36 in my hand. So you see what I'm saying? Reba Shanda, you're using kind of the same ingredients. It's still the same you're the common denominator. 63, these are the two numbers we're using. All we did was switch them up. You see what I'm saying? Same ingredients, same folk. You're just going to switch up a little bit. You know what I mean? Switch some things out. Okay. So that, and to me, that also is a twinning. That's a mirroring effect as well. But again, get ready to shift things. You don't have to get rid of everything, but there definitely has to be something reorganized. You have to organize something, shift it, position it differently. All right. You know what I'm saying? So you who that's for, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. 36. So let's go to card number 36. The world is your playground. Let me see. So it says, this is the middle world. You're going to love this, the message on this card, you guys. Watch this. So it says, the middle world is the realm of day-to-day reality and the playground of the living. Did y'all hear that? The middle world is the realm of day-to-day reality. That's that earth. That's that grounding. But it also is your the playground of the living, okay? It is the present moment where everything is happening. Yet, the middle world is created by the future, not only the past, and it is a mirror of the invisible realms. You hear that? The middle world is created by the future, not only the past, and it is a mirror of the invisible realms. It's a mirror of what? So above, so below. If you can see it, you can have it. If you can imagine it, you can bring it down to the middle earth or your present where you are. Okay. Grounding is all about that. Bringing it from up to right here, taking it from the lofty place or taking it from out of the ethers and bringing it to where you can touch it, taste it, feel it, hear it, see it. In other words, experience it. You can live the dream. You can experience what you would call your wildest imagination. That's why Spirit always encourages you to tell me just give me your wildest dream. I want you to tell me the most outlandish, audacious, bold, craziest, most insane thing you would like to do. Tell me. And then I want you to add 4 more levels to that. That's what it is. You see what I'm saying? Because there is nothing impossible to them that can believe it for yourself. Nothing can be impossible for you. If you, again, even in your best, on your best day, in your best mood, with your best outfit, with your best face beat, with your best everything, you still have but scratched the surface of what Spirit can do or what co-creating with the divine can do. The world is literally your playground. You have been taking things way, way, way too seriously. Okay? Way too seriously. If you can remember every day you wake up that I planned this for me. Another version of myself, a higher version of myself, planned this life I'm living right now. You would stop crying. You would stop fretting. You would stop being so anxious. You would stop being so worried. I didn't say you wouldn't experience these emotions. I'm simply saying you wouldn't let them guide your very next action based on fear or based on the fear of the unknown or based on not being comfortable or based on not having all the facts. Okay? That's all I'm saying. If you remember who you are. And remember that again, another higher version of you, a more enlightened, a more limitless version of yourself. Put all these things in your life, in this present life that you're creating right now, so that you could find who you are. These breadcrumbs, these relationships, these jobs, these homes, these cars, these friends, this family, these actions, these careers, hobbies, these things that you are doing are leading you more and more each day back to yourself. Literally, the world is your playground. If you don't like your surroundings, well, why don't you just change them, my darling? But what if I fail? Oh, my darling, but what if you fly? You see what I'm saying? But what if they don't want? Oh, my darling, then create new friends. You'll find new friends. How do I do that? You will change your vibration. That's how you do that. You see what I'm saying? That's how this works. And it's so beautiful. So literally, the word is the word. Why did I say the word? Well, yes, the word is the world is your playground. The word is your, hey, come on. I knew what I was going to say. The word is your playground. Have some fun. Have some fun. The words are your playground. Have some fun. All right. Rebasi. Okay, so it says when things are right in the middle world, heaven and earth support everything. When they are not right, heaven and earth must be brought into order as well. Do you hear that? When things are right in the middle earth, you present, what are you creating right now? What are you creating right now? What are you creating right now? When things are right in the middle world, then heaven and earth are supported. They support everything you do. That's why the world becomes your playground. When things are not right with inside of you, that means when you are not speaking the truth, but you are living a lie or seeing the lie and acting on that, or letting fear or something outside of you, something external control you, or even something internal that is flawed and incorrect, or erroneous control you, all right? And even your mind, then heaven and earth must be brought into alignment. How do you come into alignment with heaven and earth? Well, you just think the very best. You think whatever is good, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is good report, whatever is truthful, whatever is peaceable. That's the things you think on. Think on these things. Okay, let this mind be in you that was also in Christ consciousness, Christ, Jesus, Christ consciousness. Let your divine mind take over from your wine mind. Oh, right? So it says the middle world shows up when conditions are favorable to your undertaking. Do not hesitate. It says, move forward as heaven and earth are smiling upon you. So a lot of y'all get this message right now. You are in the right place at the right time for the right move. Okay. All right. It says when the time is right, so be expedient, but mindful of not being reckless. The world is your playground, and what will require great effort at any time can be accomplished with ease right now. That's the part that always made me scream. It said the world is your playground, and what would require great effort at any other time can be accomplished with ease right now. It also says, do not try to correct in the earth what needs to be corrected in the heavens. So, don't try to take your finite mind. Don't try to brush over or dress up toxicity or dysfunction on the earth, with the root, the lower chakras. Go up, go a little higher, lift that vibration and look up for the answer. Look up for the solution. Go up for the way out. It's really the way within. Shamando Robo. So it says, do not try to correct in the earth what needs to be corrected in the heavens. The resources to support the change or endeavor you are considering are not readily available to you yet. So it's important to ask for help from the invisible realms or from the helpers in the upper world. For now, some of y'all need to wait. This is not for everybody, but I'm saying I wanted to read the medicine because you could either read the upright or the reverse. I read them both because for some of you, what you are trying to do is not, you don't have all the resources available to you yet, but they're coming. They're coming because right now you're in a place creating presently, you're being blown in another direction. When you get settled, that's for somebody. When you get settled, I said, when you get settled, then the resources that you need will become available, and then you'll be able to see the bigger picture. Heaven and earth will be aligned. But right now, wait for a moment. You are literally still adjusting. Some of y'all are getting used to, I'm hearing, a new environment. What they're showing me is somebody in water, like a pool of water, and you're floating. See how my arms are doing? That's what I see. And it's like, oh, okay. And then it's like you're kicking your feet, and it's like, okay, this is okay. I can still feel the bottom. I'm going to look. Oh, okay. This is 7 feet. All you got to do is look on the side of the pool, and you see 7 feet, 8 feet, 9 feet, and that's what you're doing. Okay, you're not getting nervous. You might be doing that because you're going into deeper water, but eventually, oh shamanda basai, you're going to get your bearings. So once you get your bearings in this place, once you go a little deeper, and then everything's going to make so much sense. But right now you're being pushed in another direction. So just wait, just pause. It's coming. It's coming. The mere fact that you're being brought to the stream or gravitating towards the stream right now lets me know that you're nearly there, because the message that I got was that you're ready. You're ready. Let's do it. But that was the main message I was giving. But I had to give this sub message to say to some of y'all to keep you encouraged. You're on the right path. Okay. You're on the right path. Everything you need is coming. All right. Very, very soon. Okay. So I'll stop those cards. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Where's the intuition cards? Hey, what did I do with them? Oh, I was like, I don't have the cards, you guys. All right. Let's take your intuition for a spin. Before we do that, I keep saying that. Oh, I know what I tell y'all, my son. When I tell y'all, watching him, the winds of change, he is gifted. He is gifted. He did like 3 acts. He played 3 different characters, and he did like 3 different accents. One of them was a Scottish accent. He did a British accent. And one, he had to be what he called a James Bond villain character. So he talked kind of like this and very kind of, and to watch him or listen to him rather transform I said, now that's my child for real. That's my child for real. Like, okay, for real. Because when I tell you a natural, he is a natural. And again, I said I would say that even if he wasn't my child, I would if he weren't my child, I would get him in the car and say, who was that boy that did the thing, I would have said that, I would have said he was really good. That's what I would have said to my son. But because that was my son and is my son, I said to him, wow. That's all I could say is wow. Like you literally embodied that. And it was something about the way he walked. It wasn't anything special. He just simply came to the microphone. But it's when he spoke, it's like I felt I don't know how to describe it. I wish y'all could feel what I feel, but I think if you know, it's that moment when you stepped into something, it's the moment when you step in, when you like, like for those of you who do hair, you look at the person's hair and you just like, when you spin, I've seen somebody spin them around in the chair and go, you like that, and they just kind of, you like that, you like, And if you want another thing you do is you can just you can pin it up, you can just do that, and you know what I mean? That's what I see. Or I see somebody, gardening or making something, some kind of craft, and it's like, that's what I'm talking about. It's like you just know that like I found it. And I felt that coming off of him, looking at him. I don't know why they put me on the back row. That's a whole nother message. But I said, my God, is what I said to myself, because he was very, very good. All the kids were, but he was very, but he was very, very good. And I was like, wow. And I mean, anyway, so I'm just saying to you, this is what Spirit is saying for you. Find your zhuzh. Find your mode, your modality. Find yourself, find your thing, do your thing. The world is your playground. Trial and error is not a bad thing. Keep on trying till you hit that sweet spot. Because baby, there is a sweet spot. Okay? Hit the sweet spot. All right? All right, hit that sweet spot. You got it. You got it. The winds of change are blowing. You got this eclipse energy. Things are being moved out for you suddenly. Stuff you don't even have to work hard, like the analogy with the leaf blowing. You know what I mean? Just turn, baby, and face towards the direction of the wind and let the wind push you in the next place. Don't be standing with the wind. Woo, woo. You know how many people like hold their hair? Woo, all that. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Just turn, turn your back. Let that wind blow your, shemenda rabahaya. Let that wind blow your dress up. Let that wind blow your dress up, baby. All right, y'all ready? Oh, Sharon, I'll have to. Oh, you know what? Okay, Sharon. Or is it Sharon? No, but yes, I'll have to let you hear it. Now, his accents are way better than mine. Don't y'all get me. But he said, oh my gosh, off with you. I can't. Well, let me stop. Off with you. Let me stop. See, don't start me. It's Friday. Don't start me. I'm not going to do it. He was very. I might try to get him on the stream and ask him to do a little something. Okay, you guys, let's do timing cards first. Woo! Wow. I had to knock those. Ooh, perfect timing flipped over. There's something else that wanted to come out, you guys. 2 of them fell. All right. Perfect timing. It's perfect timing. That goes with our message. I know that's right. Perfect timing. Then also within the next few months. Okay. Something's happening for you within the next few months. Okay. So whatever that question is, if there's a question on my heart, you got it. It's going to be perfect timing for some of y'all within the next few months. That's for those of you who I gave that message to about everything is going to be aligned. It's coming together. You're getting used to, floating and staying afloat, Abba Shanda, in this new environment. It's going to be perfect timing for that, for everything to take off, or everything to come together. That's what I'm saying. Boop, like that within the next few months. Okay. I just saw February. All right. I'm sorry. You're taking your intuition for a spin, aren't you? Why am I talking? The card has fallen. This is advice. All right. Unlikely. I don't know what the thing is, you guys, but it says unlikely. All right. I do feel like, because y'all know I just can't help myself for being positive. I don't get slammed on. I don't care. I am the rainbow dealer. I deal hope. I'm a hope dealer, and I'm gonna get you hooked, baby. I'm gonna get you addicted. Okay. I'm your pusher. I'm pushing this hope. Open your veins up. Open your life up. Oh, I'm gonna give it to you. Anyway, unlikely. I would say if you're wrestling with anxiety or worry about something that you think might happen and mess you up. That's what I'm hearing. Mess you up, take you off course, act as a deterrent or a blockage for you, then that's unlikely. It's unlikely that that's going to happen. So stop thinking that way. All right. Stop thinking that way. Look at that. And see there? That's my support. Right on the bottom, I was just putting the deck together, but right on the bottom is yes with the exclamation point. See there? That's what I mean. So unlikely was at the top. Oh, y'all. Flinging cards, sorry. Unlikely was at the top, and I said it's positive. Stop thinking crazy. And yes is at the bottom. That's what I'm saying. It's not negative. It's not negative. All right. The answer is yes. There will be success. All right. Next card. Next group advice. How y'all doing? Is it working? Is it working? Oh, Sharn. She's talking about Sharn. In Scotland, my phonetic name is Sharn. Sharon. Is that what you're saying, Sharon? Ask your angels. I know that's right. Talking about that wind blowing you in a new direction. Ask your angels. Bring heaven to earth by by literally checking in with your spirit guides on this thing. All right. I like it. Ask your angels. Let's look at the bottom for fun. I know that's right. Listen to your intuition. That's what we're doing. Okay, whatever that thing is coming to you, Spirit is saying, listen to your intuition on that thing, right? All right. Then I want to give you guys some general messages because I know you were wondering about intentions and certain things about the release and all that for this moon and everything. But let me just give you something to encourage your heart. Did I bring the book? Yes. I'm pulling from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. So I'm pulling the card for the collective right now. I'm going to look at the top and I'm going to look at the bottom. All right. I'm shuffling right now. If y'all can hear it. You can't see it, but I'm shuffling right now. But let's see what's on the split just for fun. I love it. Release and leadership. Okay. Some of you guys are about to be released into leadership. You're about to be released into ownership. For some of you, it's cars and homes. All right. Businesses, not so much, I don't feel, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen for you. But I do feel cars and homes. Okay. Home ownership. All right. All right. But you're going to be released in leadership. More responsibility is going to be on your shoulders. But guess what? You're ready for it and you're prepared for it now. Okay. You've been preparing for it. And now it's the time. It's perfect timing. For some of you, there's a promotion coming for you around February, especially those of you who are looking for a promotion. You know, you're due one, rather, not looking for it, but you're due a promotion. I feel like February, March. I feel like next spring for a lot of you guys, you're going to be stepping into more of a leadership role. For some of you, it looks like something going on at your child's school, like PTO, something PTA, I don't know what, something like that. You're going to be more vocal about education and children. Children and education is another thing I'm hearing. Children and education. All right. So some of you are going to be, I just saw doula. It's as a kind of, you're going to be taking classes to help with in-home births or midwifery. Thank you. Gosh, thank you, Mary. Midwifery. Mary, don't be getting mad at me. It's like, I'm human. I'm only human, a flesh and blood, a man. I am just a man human. Why I always say born to make mistakes? So many nights I long to hold you. So many times I looked and saw your face. Nothing can change the way I feel. No one else could ever take your place. I'm only human. I don't know. That was random as all get out, but that's who I am. But America's looking at me like they was crazy. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the group, but I'm only human is the I am just a man. Oh, that's a hook right there. But anyway. But it's midwifery. That's what I was trying to say, midwifery. But I feel like some of you guys are going to step forward in that, or you're going to at least learn more. And you're going to be, once you learn what you need to learn for that, midwifery, if that's even a word, I believe it is, you're going to be like bringing, like either starting a business or bringing others up into that, like a leader in that is what I'm saying. All right. Okay. And isn't it funny? I started singing that I'm Only Human song because now we have love and we have wonders. All right. I see the amethyst there. I also see the flowers. Okay. But there's also about to be a big change with your love. It's going to become wonderful again. I know who that's for, but your love thing is going to become wonderful again. All right. Work with the crystal amethyst. All right. Because amethyst help with all that, all things love, all things divine. But and clear crystal quartz is also what I'm hearing. All right. I know you might have a rose quartz, but I'm hearing clear crystal quartz because the reason why you're going to get your wonderment back with the love thing is because you let your mind got a little foggy and cloudy. So let the wind blow them crusty leaves away, right? And bring that clarity back. Clear quartz. Say that 5 times in a row. Crystal clear quartz. Crystal clear crystal quartz. Say that 15 times and see what happens. Anyway. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a lot of wonderment. Let me, I'm sorry. They told me to look at this card. Let's look at wonders, you guys, for whatever reason. Quartz crystal. Love it. Oh my gosh. No wonder it said that. Listen to the message, you guys. You ready? It says natural rock crystals, such as clear. We said it. Clear, amethyst, citrine, rose, and smoky were all revered in ancient times. The Aborigines of Australia called it Mabon or Maven, which was the material through which their shamans and elders gained their magical powers. The Egyptians believed quartz had mystical healing abilities and would bury their dead with a piece of crystal on their forehead. On their forehead. The Greeks and Romans believed crystals were solid ice that had been formed by the gods and thus had mystical powers. Even to present day, people believe that crystals can help manifest their intentions. Perhaps that is because of the, piezoelectric, say that 50, piezoelectric qualities of quartz. Piezoelectric qualities of quartz. The reason why quartz can amplify, this is the reason why quartz can amplify radio signals. Wow. There are some places in the world where it's not uncommon to find crystals on the surface of the land. These are especially powerful because they have found you in their natural setting. The message on the card is just around the corner. Just around the corner. I said just around the corner. Exciting opportunities and possibilities are waiting for you. Wonders will be abounding in your life. Sometimes they won't be apparent at first. Nevertheless, they are there. The more you see them and embrace them, the more these possibilities will grow in magnitude. Celebrate and cherish even the smaller ones, no matter how tiny they may seem to you. Let go of expectations and don't limit the way you think that wondrous events could appear in your life. Be open. If you believe, any and everything is possible. Did we not start to read with that? If you believe, any and everything is possible. All right. I love it. So you're going to get some wonders back in your love. All right. Do we want to give another one? Okay. Now let's actually get a jumper and then we'll go. What time is it? Has it been an hour? Almost. Thank you guys for your patience. Y'all ride with a sister for real. Y'all ride hard. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. That looks like it wants to talk to us. Freedom and embracing. Oh, 3 cards coming out. Hey, Deb, it's your card, baby. Look, relaxation is out too. Messages for your full moon. This is the card that she pulled. That is so cool. That's a little sync for you, baby girl. When you see this, know that your spirit guides love you. So relaxation, y'all know what that is. Embracing. There's a stork. Or is that a seagull? What is that bird called? We'll look at it in a minute. And also freedom. All right, somebody might be getting free. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Let's see what we have. Let's do every card, right? This is good. This is all right, you guys. Is this all right? Can we do this? Y'all got a little bit more time. I feel like I need to say this. Harvest Moon. What? So relaxation. Here's the card. Let me let you check that out. That's a beautiful card. It says, on a warm, peaceful autumn night, a gentle haze softens the light of the full moon. What? The song of night birds softly emerge through the dark, against the backdrop of the sonorous outpouring of the frogs that line the lake shore. So somebody lives near a place where you can hear the frogs just kind of making those frog noises, making sounds, calling out to each other, singing songs, singing frog songs. I don't know who sink is an animal totem is a frog, but I'm telling you, somebody's near a pond or a lake, and you can go outside and hear the frogs singing to one another or talking to one another. Anyway, it says the stillness allows your senses to expand. You inhale the earthy dampness in the air, hear the nuances of the night sounds, look at the muted reflections of the moon in the lake, and sense the deep quietude of the night. A full moon occurring close to the autumn equinox is called a harvest moon. The harvest moon symbolizes that all you have worked for is coming to fruition. In other words, you can put your feet up, relax, and let go. Did we not say that the world is your playground? Because you've been working hard, baby. You have seeds in the ground, okay? And now it is harvest time. So it says, when you receive this card, relax, all is well. There's no need to strive or push to get ahead. Beneath the surface of life, everything is gently propelling you, there's that wind again, in the right direction. You can lay down your burdens and simply unwind. Simply slow down and allow calmness to fill you. When you relax and relinquish control, your intuition expands and you create the space for your spirit guardians. Then we get the card, ask your angels to help you. Ask your angels. So your spirit guardians can come when you relax and relinquish control. Then your intuition expands, and then your guardians and guides say, okay, now we got it from here. You rest. It says, additionally, it's vastly easier to heal and have positive outcomes in life when you are rested and not filled with worry or a need to control the outcomes. Okay? It's easier to heal when you are rested. It's easier to heal when you are rested. Lie back, stretch out, and watch magic unfold in your life. That's the relaxation card. Happy full moon. Next one is freedom. Let's look at freedom right quick. I don't know what kind of bird that is, but they certainly are pretty. They're probably going to tell us. By the way, this is the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. Denise Lynn, Sacred Destiny. Love this deck. It's a cliff swallow. That's the name of this bird, a cliff swallow. The swallow flies free on wind currents. Ah! Don't you just love it? Don't you just love it? The cliff swallow flies freely on wind currents, right? And thermals in remarkable aerial maneuvers, igniting the expression free as a bird. So the free as a bird expression comes from this cliff swallow right here. That's where they get it from because of the way this bird flies. In many cultures, such as that of the ancient Egyptians, the swallow was thought to carry souls to heaven. Early sailors would tattoo themselves with the image of a swallow, so if they drowned, the swallow would carry their soul to the heavens. In poor light, a cliff swallow looks brownish. It looks brownish gray. However, in good lighting, it is a luminous, metallic, dark blue. I could run with that message. And when the light is not good, this bird looks like it's dark gray. But when the light hits it just right, you actually can tell that it is a metallic blue. That's what it looks like, a metallic dark blue. See, I look different depending on what kind of light you put on me. Oh my goodness. If you're looking at me through dim light, then I seem dark. I seem bland. But if you look at me through the right light, baby, the bright light, then you'll also see that I'm shining. All right. Y'all, we're going to mess around and be on here 2 hours. Here we go. Cliff swallows traditionally make their nests on vertical cliffs, carefully crafting them out of mud. Although they can nest solitarily, they usually nest in colonies. That's your tribe, baby. When one finds a cloud of insects, it alerts the other members of the flock so that they all can be nourished. See, when one finds something good to eat, they tell everybody. They don't hoard. They say, hey, there's some bugs over here. Y'all come on. And you know what I'm saying? Teamwork makes the dream work. I just saw the Three of Pentacles. Even though they fly free, their community supports them. Shendo Raba. I could do a whole message on this card, but I'm not going to do it. Here's the message. Here's the message of the card. It says, express yourself without hesitation. Break free and let your spirit fly. Make choices that increase your freedom. Don't be tied down. Laugh, dance, explore. Go beyond predictable behavior. All that. The world is your playground. The world is your playground. The world is your playground. It says, be daring. Cast aside restrictions. Find your wings. And as you do, you'll help others find theirs. You are not here to be ordinary or live a mundane life. You are here to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. The world is your playground. The world is your playground. The world is your playground. Do not be trapped by convention or the need to please others. Choose a life on your terms. Don't accept rules that don't feel right. You can be immensely free and yet still be a part of a loving, supportive community. The world is your playground. The world is your playground. The world is your playground. Last one is embracing. Last card is embracing. Yeah, mama. Shandoro bohaya. All right, give me a second. I like to show you guys the picture so you can let your imagination run wild. All right. Okay, embracing. It's talking about being on the floodplain. I'll skip that beginning message and I'll tell you what the message of the card is. It says, sometimes life overflows with emotions which can feel uncomfortable. However, the ensuing result of this discomfort can be of great value, perhaps arising from an unseen or unknown source. You get this card when emotions are seemingly overflowing or not flowing at all. Cherish the overflow of emotions and embrace the times that seem murky. Murky means it's not very clear. Murky is dark, it's heavy. It says, embrace the times that seem murky, for your inner floodplains are being replenished. And as a result, there will be a great spiritual and physical expansion. There it is again, expansion. Embrace all your emotions, and when you do so, greater prosperity and fertility will flow into your life. Alternatively, if your emotions have been blocked, then this is the time to explore and experience them, okay? So that could be for you and even somebody else. 111 in the room, I love that. For you and somebody else. If you're dealing with somebody with blocked emotions, guess what? They're about to become unblocked. If you are dealing with somebody that is over emotional, I feel like stability is coming. If this is you, then I feel like stability is coming, but you're being guided to embrace, explore, and embrace the emotions. Embrace all of all of you so that you can create a better now, all right? Because it's about expansion. You got to love all of you, okay? All of it, every single part of it. All right, you guys. All right, you guys. I'm going to stop right here. All of me loves all. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Today's Friday, so I won't see you again like this in this capacity until Monday. Okay. And then, of course, we got a holiday week coming up, so we'll figure it out and we'll get along as we go along. But thank you so much for how y'all join with me Monday through Fridays. I'm here Monday through Friday, every morning, Eastern time, between 8:30 and 9:30 a.m. I appreciate you guys loving on me and, supporting me. Thank you, Barbara and Mika, for being here. Best doggone moderators this side of glory. Okay. And I think that's all I want to say. I appreciate you all. Hey, Nikki. I mean, not Nikki, Muck TW. Bye, Annie. Annie, get your done. Bye, Aaron. Bless you, bless you. All right, Julie. Hey, Julie. Y'all look at Scotland holding me down. Love you guys. All right, Susan Z, thank you for coming. Zia, I love you. Have a great day. Divine Impressions, thank you. Everybody who gave in the super chat, thank you so much. Sherry, bye. Have a great weekend. Hey, CB, bless you. Estival Mystic, you know who you are. Charlotte, love you. Hey, Kiki says, bless you for being here. All right, you guys. The light is gone. Let me get out of here. Bye. Bye.